Hello everyone, this is a stats tutorial for admins of the PCN, all about just getting whatever team you're responsible for, getting their stats updated from their individual team sheets, like this Porto one right here, into their rosters over here. So it's the same for D1 or Super League, it's the same process. On either one, you can scroll over here, you'll see all the staff responsible for stats in that division, and then on each individual team there will be one name highlighted, and that is the specific person responsible for doing those stats. So if this is one of your teams, let's go down to Porto. Porto is Fozzie, so Fozzie will have to do these stats when the season comes around. So let's give him and everyone else a little tutorial on how to do that. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to open the team sheet, and then you're going to also, on the main PCN website, when you go to the teams page over here, you will see drop downs. You just simply click on whatever team you need to do. So you come back over here. I've just basically just filled in a bunch of fake players, fake stats, just for the purpose of this exercise. I use real life players just to keep it simpler. Don't worry about the specific stats; it doesn't really matter. But basically, let's say the Porto manager, let's say played the games on a Sunday. He went and put these stats in that night. You're coming in the next morning, and this is what you see. You see all the stats. As long as everything lines up, there's nothing crazy in here. There should be game clips. There isn't in this example because there obviously were no games played. But normally you would just have all the gamer tags, the correct positions, and all the stats. It should all be in there. If there's any questions, you can ask the managers directly. But if everything else looks okay, I think it's all right. You're just going to go over here and you're going to start putting all the stats in. So I usually just do one game at a time. It's the easiest way to do it. You're just going to come down here and you're going to start with Tim Howard. You're going to give him a game played. Passing points for goalkeepers, it's a little bit different. It's 80 to 99 is 1 point, 100 is 2. For all your outfield players, it's going to be in the 70s is 1, in the 80s is 2, in the 90s is 3, and then 100% is 4. But in this case, he only had 50% passing and 4 saves. They did not get a clean sheet, so the only other stat he's going to get here is going to be 4 goalie saves. Move on to Danny Alves. He played a game. He had 2 passing points, so we'll make sure we're in the right spot. Give him a 2 there. He also had 2 interceptions, 1 defensive tackle, and 1 key pass. Now, as you do this throughout the season, you're going to have to, obviously these numbers aren't going to be all zero. You're going to have to know what the previous number was. You're either going to need to write it down on a piece of paper, do a little mental math, do something to make sure that you're making sure, let's say this is 36 right here and they get 4 more. You want to make sure that this is 40, whatever that number is. You just need to keep adding from what the previous number was. So I will go ahead and fill in the rest of the stats here for Porto from the first game, and I'll be back in just a second. All right, and when you are back, you can see that I put the rest of these stats in for the first game. Everything from the one person who plays any who gets the 1 point, to your man of the match, any cards, the yellow cards, red cards. Just fill everything in as they are over here. And we're going to go ahead and do everything for the second game. So we're going to start again on Tim Howard. Put him at 2 games played. He got 2 more saves, so that puts him at 6. But he had 93% passing, so we're going to go over here and give him 1 passing point. And you look at them as a team, they kept a clean sheet, so he's also going to get that goalie clean sheet. And he got man of the match, so that's one more thing for him. I will go ahead and do the rest of the people from game 2 and come back again. Alright, and I'm back once again after having done the last game of stats. As you can see, I changed the formation a little bit just to give a couple different players games or not games. So, teams might do that. They might play a different formation. They might play different players. Just need to be very careful on that kind of thing. Make sure everyone's getting the correct stats. But you see they can get a clean sheet, so the goalie, the 3 center backs, the 2 defensive mids, they're all going to get their clean sheets. You got to make sure there's a red card. Absolutely got to make sure you put that in if there's one of them. But you get the idea. You basically just everything on the right side, you're going to put into the left side. If you have any questions about that specific team, like I said, you can message that manager directly or talk to one of the other admins. The more you do it, the more you'll get comfortable with it, the easier it'll get. You'll find little ways to do it, little tricks to make it quicker for yourself. Whatever whatever makes sure that you get everything in there, get it properly, and do it as quick as possible. Um, if you want to do this yourself and just make sure, just do this as a test run, you can actually, look at all these stats I have here. I'm going to clear all this stuff out because these are the actual, that's the actual Porto sheet right here, and this is the D1 roster. So I'm going to clear this out. But if you want to look at that and you want to do this yourself and make sure everything adds up, you're free to do so. But that should pretty much be it. This will go for admins of Super League and Division 1 and any future divisions that may come in the PCN. But I think that's all for now. Thank you again. Thanks to any admins for helping out. We really do appreciate it. And every good luck to everyone in Season 5.